the mind of many people. So we're in this place where we are manifesting things that we desire. We're manifesting things we don't desire. And so what you want to know is, while you are doing all of the things, what do you do while you are waiting? So let's get into it. So, one of the things I want to say is, manifesting starts where? In your mind. It starts in your own imagination, as Neville Goddard puts it so eloquently. It starts in your own imagination. Okay, so you begin to create in your mind and think about these things that you desire. So, when you start thinking about them, what happens after that? So you decide that you would like to have a car. I'm going to use this example because this is the example that many people have used, and I know it well. Because when I got ready to buy my car, now I bought this car because I wanted the car. Honestly, I saw Blake Griffin dunk over it. It was a Kia Optima, and so I bought it. And I wanted the car. I already had a car. Actually had another Kia that I traded in, but I wanted that car. And when I think about it, I had to get this car because actually, like 6 months later, I drove it across the country. So I needed a new car. I didn't need a car that had, 100,000 miles on it like my other Kia did, but I needed a new car so I could drive and make sure I didn't have any breakdowns while I was trying to get established, because God told me to leave the place where I was at, and I did. And I drove clear across the country from South Carolina to Arizona in my new car, this one that I manifested. So I went into the dealership. My credit was not that good. It wasn't super bad, but it wasn't super good. And so I didn't have a problem with it, but I knew I had a trade-in, and I had not a lot of money. Like, to be honest with you, what I did was I didn't pay the car note for the car that I was driving because I knew I was trading it in. And so the money that I would have paid the car note with is what I gave them for a down payment, which was something like $400 or $500. So, but what happened is, when I set intentions on buying a new car, and I decided the car that I wanted, I started seeing the car everywhere, 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 everywhere. I started seeing black Kias everywhere I went. If it wasn't black, it was a Kia, different things. But I seen the car that I desired, what I wanted, because I had put it in my vortex, or it already was in my vortex, but I put it in my awareness that this was what I desired. And so when I did, you know what? I went to the dealership and I talked to the salesperson, and he said, oh, first thing they say is, oh, well, how much you gonna put down? And I just kind of ignored that. I said, I have this car I'm trading in. I said, and this is what I want, blah, blah, blah. He tried to steer me to 5 other different types of cars, and I was like, no. I told him straight up and plain I had my keys. After he tried to send me to some other cars, some crappy Dodge or something like that, I said, no, I don't buy those cars, and that's not what I came for. I came for this Kia. So if you can't sell me this Kia, I can go home. And so I picked my keys up. I said, because I want this car, but I do not have to have it today. I want it, but I don't have to have it. I'm not walking. I ain't coming here walking. I have a car. And so when I determined that, and I snatched my keys up off the desk and I left, that man called me 3 days, back to back to back to back. He called me, telling me to come in and get my car. Okay? Because why? Because I desired to have that car, and I put it out into the universe. I told God, I said, now, you sent me here to get this car, so I need to get this car. And so what I did in the meantime, in those 3 days, I had conversations with God. I said affirmations. I had already taken pictures of the car and put them in different places. I did these things while I was waiting at that time. So, hello. So I'm going to give another example of when, like I was looking for a house. I've been looking for a house. I decided that I wanted a house. I set those intentions. And so, we started looking, and the funny thing is about last year or so, we started looking because we wanted to move from the place where we are. We're in an apartment. And so we wanted to move into a house. And so we were like, okay, well, let's try to find a house that we could rent. So we started looking for a house, and to be honest with you, we got turned down for a few of them. Even though I was doing these things, I was visualizing myself in the house, as Neville Goddard talks about. He speaks about, visualizing yourself in the house, wherever you want to be, or in the space where you want to be. Visualizing this. And so I was doing these things, I was doing them, but we didn't get any of those houses. Now, when I think about it now, I realize why we didn't get them, because it wasn't for us, but I did say that, this or something better. And so I didn't know that the something better was going to come later, and we were going to be able to purchase a home. And so now we are there. We have found a house, which we started looking. We looked, and I just, I set an intention. And also I did hella affirmations, and I told myself that, yes, this is the house that I want. This is what we're going to have. This is what's going to happen. And we're here now. And so I'm thinking about that, what to do when you're waiting. Because a lot of times people are waiting in the midst of this stuff. It can be so hard because your mind is trying to tell you, oh, it's not going to happen. Or, you get all kinds of messages from all kinds of people. Maybe people in your life try to shut down what it is that you feel like you're going to do. Maybe you're the only magical person in your world, and everybody else is so blah and glum and depressed, and and they have all these limiting beliefs, but you are the one in your world that doesn't. Maybe you're the one that people come to all the time for advice and for information and guidance. Maybe you're that person. Why? Because you stay up, because you keep your vibrations high. And so while you are in the waiting, while you're waiting on this stuff, put yourself in that place. Put yourself in there. I have slept in this house already, and I have not slept there in the physical, but I have slept there in my own imagination in my new house. I have cooked in there, because the kitchen is huge, and I thank the good Lord every single day. And so I have cooked in that house in my imagination. I have spoken life into my vision and what I desire. I've spoken life into that. These are things that I was doing while I was waiting. I was not allowing any negativity to come around me and my desires or between it. I put up boundaries of people that weren't in agreement with what I desired and what I wanted. I put up boundaries around them, because guess what? I don't care. I don't care. Because here's where I am. This is where I am on this journey of manifesting the things that I desire. And I don't need no naysayers in my life, and I don't care who they are. Friends, family, I don't care. Strangers, I don't care. This is where I am. I am doing these things. In addition to prayer, because prayer is important. In addition to meditation, because meditation is important. In addition to keeping yourself in a high vibration and having joy in your life. In addition to all of those things. Y'all, set those intentions. Visualize, meditate, journal. Some people script. I script as well. Scripting is just writing it down as if it has already happened. Like you're talking to a friend, like you're having a conversation, like you're talking to your friend Joe. Joe, guess what? I got this beautiful house. You know what I mean? Guess what, Joe? The process was so easy, and it was so amazing. You know what I'm saying? I think you're not supposed to care about anybody and bringing people into your life. I think you're supposed to have one body with you and your spirit wakes you up and guides you through. Yes, that is absolutely the truth. I just had that discussion on TikTok, y'all. So if y'all don't know, I'm on TikTok at Intuitive Tammy as well, and I go live on there as well. Usually I go live and I do cards, which I'm going to probably start doing them over here too, because people have been asking. And so I do readings and messages and intuitive guidance, and you're so right. You're so right. Because the thing is that gets you off the path when you start worrying about what other people think and all this kind of stuff. No. Let all that crap go. Let's not begin to worry about what other people think about what you're doing. So many people, because I think about, like, I heard this story about Einstein today, and how he started looking at, the way that people were thinking about the stuff that he does. and it was all backwards and wrong, because that I think they were still thinking that the earth was flat or something like that. Maybe it was Aristotle, it was somebody, but they were thinking that, they were thinking all these things, and everybody was on that direction and on that train. And he said, no, 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 no. He said, no. Hello, welcome in. He said, no, that's not how that is. And then he started with the theory of relativity and all the things that he did, because he was not looking at what all these other people were saying and doing. You know what I'm saying? And so this is how we have to be in this place. When you are on this journey and you're manifesting, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. You see what I'm saying? And so what you have to do is you have to put yourself in these spaces. You have to keep yourself happy. Just be happy. Be happy. Anything you can do to keep yourself happy. Stay out of the miserable spaces. Stay out of the places where, misery loves company. People calling you on the phone and emailing you and sending you messages in these apps and telling you all kinds of crazy shit. Yeah, no. You have to shut that down, create boundaries and all of that kind of stuff, because boundaries are necessary. What's going on with your career, Gen V? General career reading. Let's see. I can do that. I will do that for you. Thank you. I wasn't starting that today, but I can work that out for you. General career, Gen V. What kind of message can we give her about her career? Okay. Okay. Let's see. All right. Stay calm. Trust in the goodness in yourself and others. See the light in the world. So it seems like you're at a place where it's time for you to open up and begin to rediscover who you are and what you want. Seems like you might be in a crossroads with what you're doing. And it's time to open up to possibilities. You have an inspired idea. So it's time for you to open up to the new possibilities and also have faith. It's time to have faith. Trust the good in yourself and others. See the light in the world. Also, it's time for you to rediscover some things about yourself. So it may be that you are going through a shift in your life. That's what it feels like. Like you're going through a shift in your life and you need to decide what you want. Because what the universe is saying to you is, it's time for you to open up and decide. Make a decision. Make a decision. Let yourself understand that divine timing is in order for you. Divine timing is in order for you. All right, so that is what I have for you today. So definitely take that time, look at that idea and those things that you have for you, and then know that you can trust yourself and others. Stay in a calm, peaceful space. Get joy. Create joy in your life however you can, so that you can begin to receive. Because the last card that came for you is new beginnings and opportunities. New beginnings and opportunities. Take an inventory of the things that you like. Open yourself up and open your mind up to new beginnings and new opportunities and this idea that you have. Because you have an idea. There's something that you are being called to do. And what they want you to do is they want you to have faith that is going to come to fruition as you work through it. Because there's always something to do. It doesn't always have to be physical. You know what I mean? So definitely stay in prayer about that. And also understanding that, it's time to open doors for yourself. As God, the universe source, is opening doors for you, it's time to open doors for yourself. All right, so that is what I have for you, my love. So again, do you believe in spiritual twin flames? Okay, so that's the thing, y'all. I actually have heard that before, and not the other one that I'm talking about, play the other twin flame, but with your spirit. I have heard that before. And And to be honest with you, I don't know a lot about it, but it's one of those things that I put on the side so I can look up and look into, because I have heard that. I have heard that before. You're not the first, but not very many people have talked about this. You know, like I've heard it from maybe one or two people, I think on here, on YouTube. So yeah, I have heard it. To be honest with you, I'm not sure how I feel about it. I have to do some more research because I don't know enough about it to give I don't know enough about it. But I would definitely, matter of fact, let me write that down, because I'm actually in the process right now. I'm doing my master's in metaphysics. So I'm in the process of writing my thesis, my paper. And I was kind of looking for something, because I have a topic, but I think it's too broad. So I think I need to pull it down some. So I'm kind of looking for different things to study about. Spiritual twin flames. Okay, with your spirit. But you know, the thing is reading it makes good sense to me. Like, it makes sense. It makes sense. You know, but I'm not sure exactly the logistics of it or how it will work. So yeah. All right. So anyway, y'all, I got to go. Got some things to do. I appreciate y'all for joining. Thank you for hanging out with me. I would love it if you like and share this video out. Also, make sure you follow me on TikTok at Intuitive Tammy. I will be back on again tomorrow. My goal is to come live every single day. And that's what I'm doing, because I want to bring, I want to bring out the light, and I want to share the light. And I want to, let people know that we are here to support and to help you on your journey. And I am just so grateful for it. So I just appreciate y'all for being here. And thank you so much for coming through. And I'll see you tomorrow. Probably might be a little bit later than now, because we got to go to Seattle. I live in the Pacific Northwest, and we have snow right now. And we got to go to Seattle tomorrow. My husband has an appointment up there, so it'll be later in the afternoon probably when I come on. So again, unless I can come on while I'm down there, I'm not sure. But we'll see. But thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate y'all. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.